So I moved to Iowa City to attend the University of Iowa. Nobody from my hometown went there, so I had to make a bunch of new friends. And a lot of people were there from Chicago. Chicago's got a big hip-hop scene, streetwear, all that stuff. A lot of culture coming out of Chicago. So one of the friends that I met was really into Supreme and some of the more hype brands, which before college I just really didn't care about. Like I cared about how I looked and was getting into streetwear, but not really the hyped brands. I thought they're just overpriced. But one of my friends kind of, influenced me to start following Supreme. But up until this point, I didn't really start reselling. It was all just personal. So it was on a very small scale. Like I felt bad buying it for myself, it'd be hard to justify buying so many pieces. So I started reselling to make the money to pay for the other streetwear pieces and not feel bad about it because it was so expensive. And I'm a college student. I already didn't have like any money. So there I was sitting in class learning how to become a social justice warrior. I'm not even lying. The class was social justice and welfare in the United States, I want to say. Like they force you to do out of class volunteering. Like I was volunteering at a senior center for a couple hours every week. I was sitting in class, I had my phone out, and I was trying to cop the Supreme Sup Tempos. So if you guys don't know what the Supreme Sup Tempos are, they are a collaboration between Nike and Supreme, and they do a little flip on the Nike Air Up Tempo, famous for being Scottie Pippen's shoe. So for the Supreme ones, they obviously just flipped Air and they put Supreme wrapped around the whole side, which is a very, very loud piece. And I really liked how they looked, at least in the red colorway, which was the one I went for. And I think this dropped just a lot of people got card declines or something because I was able to purchase it on my phone in class, which adds, another level of difficulty. But I was able to cop it, and that was really cool. And these shoes were very expensive. I want to say they're like $180 retail, which back then, like I was saying, I didn't really view the prices and stuff like I do now, especially having resold and banked up money from reselling, and then now I have an actual job, so it's like I want this, I can buy it, just in moderation. So going into that purchase, I never really thought I'd be able to actually purchase them and my card would go through. I thought they'd sell out before I was able to place my order. So for that reason, I was like, I'm gonna try to buy them, but if I do get them, I'm gonna have to resell them because that's a big chunk of money that I shouldn't be spending on shoes. And if I wore something like that and something happened to them being that much, I would hate myself. So I decided if I got them, which was a big if, I would resell them. I want to say this was like April or something, somewhere around that time. And the address I had associated to my card was for back home and not where I lived in college. So unfortunately the shoes got shipped back home, and I was like, oh, I'll just decide to resell them when I get back home so I don't have to have my parents ship them and have to deal with all that. So when I finally got done with that semester, I went home, saw the shoes, I was like, oh wow, these are crazy. Took some pictures with them. I never put them on my feet though. So I was getting some offers from people here and there, but they're all lower than I really wanted to go. So I think I had these listed on eBay for at least a couple weeks. It was like 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks. And then I finally got an offer where I was like, oh, all right, I guess I'll sell them. And this offer was under like $400. And looking at the resale prices for them now, it's like, wow, I made such a bad decision. But at the time, it was important to get my investment back and then the additional money that I made on top of that. But yeah, that's how I got into reselling Supreme. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.